In this video, I'm going to outline for you a couple of different ways that you can do sun salutation A, which is literally just saluting the sun, moving your body. I'm going to go through a couple of gentle ways and then progressively work up to a few more advanced practices so you can choose what is best for you. Inhale, sweep your hands out and up, looking up, palms together, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hinge from the hips, slight bend in the knees, forward fold. Surrender to the earth, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands come to shins, halfway lift, broaden through the collarbones. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to high plank. Fingers spread nice and wide, active through the core, slight tuck of the pelvis down towards the earth. Inhale. Exhale. Option to drop the knees down to the ground, untuck the toes, and keeping the elbows hugged into the ribs, slowly lower down all the way to the ground. Inhale, roll the shoulders down the spine, lift up through the chest, look at the top of your mat, cobra pose. Exhale, release down to the earth. Push back through child's pose, hips to heels, chest to knees and thighs, relaxing the forehead to the earth. Inhale, come forward through tabletop, tuck the toes, lift the hips, push back, downward facing dog. One full breath. Exhale. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward, and take a couple of steps up towards the top edge of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to shins. Exhale and fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, root to rise, hands sweep out and up, Urdhva Hastasana, looking up if you can. And then exhale, draw your hands to your heart. Thumbs press against the sternum, closing down the eyes, listening and looking within. And the second round of Sun A gets a little bit more tricky. Inhale, hand sweep out and up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hinge at the hips, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, come up onto the fingertips, lengthen through the spine and out the crown of the head. Exhale, plant the hands and jump back to high plank. Shoulders stacked over the wrists, plugging the heels towards the back of the room. Then shift the weight forward over the wrists, keeping the elbows tucked in, grazing the ribs. Gently lower down until the elbows are 90 degrees. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, roll over to the tops of the feet, up dog, thighs stay lifted. Exhale, belly stays active, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths. On the inhale, bend the knees, look forward, and jump your feet up to meet your hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lead with the heart. Exhale, forward fold, surrender. Inhale, root to rise, hands go out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. Samasthiti. Closing down the eyes, noticing any changes in the body, and finding a sense of inner calm and peace. Here's where we get a little bit tricky. Option to get a little bit more creative now and start to personalize your flows for you. Inhale, hand sweep out and up. Option for a gentle back bend, engaging through the core. Exhale, forward fold, hands through heart center. Inhale, halfway lift, broaden the collarbones. Exhale, jump back straight down into your Chaturanga, skipping high plank. Inhale, up dog, thighs stay lifted off the earth. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhale, bend the knees, step, jump, or float to handstand up towards the top edge of your mat. If handstand isn't quite in your practice, but you'd like to learn, this is a really good way to start to feel comfortable shifting the weight onto your hands. Starting from down dog, bending the knees, looking forward at the fingertips, and gently hopping forward. So you don't have to reach the handstand at all. Trying if you can to keep the arms as straight as possible and stacking the shoulders above the wrists. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, option for a back bend. Exhale, hands to heart, Samastiti. Deep breath in. Long clearing breath out. And that is your Sane. Get as creative as you like. Personalize it to you, your body, your flow, and what feels good for you that day. Another option is double Chaturanga. When you come down to Chaturanga, stopping halfway, and instead of coming onto the toes to up dog, first coming back up into a high plank, and then coming back down through your Chaturanga and into your upward facing dog. One thing I've noticed and learnt throughout my years of yoga is that the practice is different every single day. And learning to respect that and nurture that is where the growth and the shift happens. Yoga in today's society, in the Western world, is often seen as just the postures, the movement of the body. When traditionally, the physical movements were only done in order to move the body enough and open it up in order to be able to sit in meditation for long periods of time. These sun salutations were a way of saluting the sun, surrendering to a higher power, to something better, almost as a movement of prayer. And they were actually done 108 times every single day. Yoga is a very fine balance between ego, challenge, and surrendering and nurturing the body. So feel free just to take it easier if that's what your body's telling you. I often come back to the basics, bring my knees to the ground, take my time, focusing on the breath. And to me, that's what yoga is all about. The physical postures aren't the practice itself. The physical postures simply allow us to look within and to learn. And from that, we can take what we need and then continue our practice out in the real world, life. That's the real practice. Yoga is simply the teacher.